What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Swipe Up, where I share some of my favorite posts from Instagram. Took last week off, had to talk about last decade, all the year-end stuff, so we're back. And let's get into it with this first post that I enjoy. Anthony Anthony Rodinone. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I love his art. I've been seeing, I'm not sure if I shared it before on the show. Very abstract portraits. You know, I'm kind of in that world, as it were. This would be, I would say this would be something similar to what I would do if I worked with like paints, trying to do the style that I'm doing right now with my work. But I love this, just kind of they're portraits, but the faces are all just swirls of thick paint. Black and white, I believe. I am colorblind, so if there is any color in here, subtle color, maybe browns. I can't see it, but they're very monochromatic, but I enjoy them very much. And the thing I love about these is that I mean, they're a bit more abstracted of a face than what I'm used to doing. Like, you can't see the face in there, but just because positionally, you know, there's supposed to be a face there. And some of these, it forces you to kind of see, and it's like it has like an emotion to it. It's trying to like elicit certain emotions, and I really enjoy it. So yeah. Anyway, it's been crazy. A lot of snow in the mountains surrounding the Coachella Valley. And this is a picture that I thought was, at least for me. First off, the mountains are way closer in the valley than they were in Denver. The Denver mountains, very disappointing. And although there is a lot more wilderness, Denver is more beautiful in general. But the mountains, as it were, are very far away when you're in Denver. But when you're in the Coachella Valley, you're surrounded by mountains, and the only time since I've been back in the valley that I've seen this much snow, and it kind of wrapped around pretty good, like a full 180 of these mountains, just had at least a topping of snow on it pretty recently here. And this is a picture of one of the mountains from view from La Quinta. Just crazy. You can't like ski, I don't think, but it's just amazing to see. And then after a day or two, it's gone. For the most part, little bit sticks around through the the winter, quote unquote. You can tell what season it is in the desert by just, you can tell it's winter technically, even though it's like 70 degrees. Just if you can see snow, look towards Palm Springs, look west, and if there's snow on that mountain, it's probably winter time. But yeah, so moving on to the lineup was released for Coachella, which is going to be happening in April. Kind of one of the biggest events that goes on out here for sure. And Rage Against the Machine is headlining the Friday, which the only time I've been to Coachella Music Festival was probably 2002, 2003. I don't remember exactly. It was right around that time. I had just newly moved to San Diego, and my best friend from out here that I grew up with, he got tickets. This was back when you could just get, I think it was just 2 nights, and you can get individual tickets. It wasn't 2 weekends. It was very early on in the festival, and they used to get a lot of acts that were kind of fell off, but were nostalgic for people that, were in their 20s at the time. So Rage Against the Machine was one of the headliners. For the next day, I went to the Red Hot Chili Peppers night. And the next night, which I did not have tickets for, was Rage Against the Machine. Although, just as I drove home, just as I reached San Diego, Fry's Electronics, technically, just outside of San Diego, I was stopped there on my way home. I got a call from somebody out here, somebody I went to high school with, and she said that she had a ticket for me to go watch to go to Coachella, which was the night of Rage Against the Machine, but there's no way I would have been able to drive back and get. It wasn't happening. But they're headlining again, which is amazing. I for sure, unless something crazy happens, like I drive somebody, I give somebody an Uber / Lyft / rideshare drive somewhere, and they feel generous to give me a pass. There's no way I'm going. It's so much chaos. It's just tons of traffic. Totally. Actually, last year wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad last year. It's going to be interesting to see the kind of crowd that shows up, since it's a little bit more diverse musically than it has been seemingly in the past years. But yeah, so Rage Against the Machine is really the only one that stood out to me. Run the Jewels also is that night, which is cool. But I'd love to go. I love music festivals. So it's been forever since I've been able to go, though. Yeah, so moving on to Milestone for me. I recently released the 1000th one of the Many Faces, my art series, ongoing series, kind of an experiment, as it were, to try and develop my own style, quote unquote. So I made a time lapse of the first 1000 paintings, ink paintings, where they start. So when the video starts, it's literally the first faces that I drew when I was just kind of figuring out what I was doing. And you get to see it all evolve. You get to see it go from black and white and then get into color. I added color probably around 600 or so. But you get to see the evolution of the series watching this video. And I put, to make sure I could release the video everywhere, made sure it was under a minute, which is good because I like the speed of the time lapse. But I put audio of just somebody hitting a speed bag because it's been work. You know, I release a new one every day, and 1,000. So I've been doing this for years. I've been releasing them daily there was a little break when I moved from Denver, but I've been doing it for close to 3 years now. I've been filming them, the making of each one, probably the last 500 or so. So you can actually watch, probably more than that, maybe 700. I've done a lot of work these past few years. So this is kind of a big milestone for me. I remember when I hit my first 100, I was very proud in Denver. I think I did a little video using some copyrighted music. But yeah, I'm really proud of this. And go check it out on my Ray Taylor art account. Yeah, for sure. And share it with your friends. So there's fires going on in Australia. I don't know if you know that. This Boss Logic is an amazing artist. Does amazing poster designs. A lot of great stuff. He put this print together, this piece, to raise money for the fire relief out in Australia. There's just, everything's drying out. Like every year out here, if we get some heavy rains, it's gonna grow a lot of stuff, and then during the summer, it's just gonna be hot and dry, and it's gonna dry everything out, and then eventually that's gonna catch on fire. And they're having a big problem out in Australia right now. So if you want to get this piece of artwork, a print of this created by Boss Logic, the money goes to help support the efforts over there. So I want to make sure to share that. And then last but not least, Minhless. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. She does amazing face painting, and this one is like, it looks like it's a drawing of her, black and white, pencil drawing, and then the paper is torn open over one of her eyes, kind of exposing almost like a Terminator 2 kind of thing. With the paper looks like it's being torn, and through it is a color version of her face. But if you look close, you can tell it's just a photo, and she just, she colored her hair, like put whites. It's just amazing. Like that's a 3, like I can't even explain it for those that are listening, but It's so amazing. She does so many amazing things with it. Very creative. I love it. I love it so much. I love it when people kind of transcend their mediums of what they're doing, and she's definitely doing it. So wanted to share that too. So that's it. Let me do some shout outs. Let's get out of here. Shout out to Anthony Rondinoni. Shout out Coachella Valley. Shout out Ray Taylor Art. Go over to my my account over there. Give it a follow. Share that video. Go buy my artwork. Shout out to Boss Logic, and shout out to Minhless. Thank you for all you do. I love your work. And that's it for this episode. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Like I said before, go to inspireddisorder.com and buy my artwork. You saw them all right there. There's over 1,000 available, and you can save an extra 25% as a consumer of this show. You will be able to save 25% with coupon code RTS. And follow me on social media. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out!